this palm tree. Jesus. My feet just feel like clockwork now. Now that's the view. I really can't be asked for any trouble. It's just easier to give them the money.
You're afraid? You're frightened, man.
I'm not frightened. Hello and welcome back to Walking Grenada. This is the second instalment of the series and covers whatever I decided to record of day 2. I don't want to keep you waiting, so I'll start rolling the clips. Right, it's 20 to 8, my alarm. I must have slept through it. I woke up to my mum give me a phone call an hour after I was supposed to wake up, so more resting time for my feet. As you can probably see, one of my eyelids has swollen up. I look a little bit, yeah, it's not great. Usually goes away by the end of the day, we'll see. I gotta put sun cream on and put aloe on my blisters and put my shoes on and go. And start walking to maybe Victoria, depending on how hurt my feet are. And then if they're okay, I can keep walking up further north. Or, the other way, east. I don't know, we'll see. Granmoy that way. Mount Nisbet this way, I think. So it turns out the next town is Dothan, not Mount Nisbet. And I'm guessing that's that there in the distance. Oh, that was my finger. Well, what I thought was Dothan, I think is now probably Gouyave. Although I must have walked past Dothan and Mount Nisbet, which I didn't realise I had. But I looked on the map and they're both pretty small. So I'm guessing I have. I think that's probably Gouyave. I've not been walking long, what's the time? 8:45, time to have a bath. I'm in Gouyave now. Gonna dip my feet in and change to my sandals. Because the paths here are quite good, so I'll just change it back into my other shoes in a bit. I've just noticed there's a massive great big tall ship over in the distance, so I'm going to record that. I think Grenada played against Barbados in that football stadium right there, so I'm a day late for that. I've just gone in the sea to try and help my feet a bit, and I've got sand up my legs, which is not going to help with my chafing. But I'm walking barefoot now while I try and get the sand off my feet before I put my sandals on. Managed to get this for breakfast, bacon sausage. Bake and sausage, not bacon sausage. The water down there is crystal clear, you can see the bottom from all the way up here. It's amazing. I felt a bit rude because I went into this place and asked if they were serving food, and she said, they do, but it's not ready yet. So I said, alright, can you tell me where somewhere is? I'm just looking for some breakfast. And she said, oh, you don't want some of our breakfast? I was like, sure, yeah. I thought she said it wasn't ready. It was 4 EC. I gave her 100 because I need the smaller notes. And I had a guy trying to buy spliffs from me. So I've had someone try to sell me weed, I've had someone try to buy weed from me. What's next? Oh, I've stopped in the corner of a road by a rock to change my shoes and have a drink. So I'll go back in my walking boots. My toes are really sore. So I just topped my water bottles up at a guy's tap. I asked if I could, and he was very politely says, yeah, as she says, big thank you, but I've now got an extra 3 kilos of weight on my back. I think I could probably have done with one less big bottle of water. I've got 2. I might ditch one after today because it's very heavy and I may not even need to use it a lot of the time. Whew. These bottles are really having a effect on my back, I can feel it already, so I'm going to try to guzzle one, because on top of that I also have a little bottle and another sort of little bottle too, so I've got plenty. I just drank about 2/3 of it, so 1 litre I think, and I don't feel so good. The sign here says Sunset City 2 miles, Food Festival 3 miles, 3 kilometres. Oh, Sunset City Food Festival 2 miles 3 kilometres. I'm guessing that's just Victoria. I love the water, it's crystal clear. Amazing little road. It comes right round. Gorgeous clear beach. Well, it's not really a beach. Anyway, I'll keep walking. There are quite a few of these decrepit old Land Rovers about the island. It's quite a cool sight to see. They just take parts off it, although there's not much they can take off it now. It's all rusted through. But that used to run once. Oh, there's another one here. I'm a blind man. That one's a bit better. And only just a little bit further up is Mount Edgecombe Plantation. eat what we grow, lunches, overnight stays. That would have been perfect yesterday. Hopefully there's more like that later on. Well, I think I've got a few places I might be able to stay. We'll see, but it's unfortunate that wasn't further back. Check out this palm tree. Jesus Christ. Bro's going for the moon. That's actually insane. I love these massive palm trees. One of my toes on my left foot is really sore, so I'm going to try and cut up the flannel the lady gave me yesterday into a little bit and wrap it around it. Here it is, a little bit of flannel. I'll let you know how it fares later on. I've put it on. I don't think I've applied it in the best way possible, but and it doesn't feel much better. But I'll start walking on it, maybe it'll sort of slide into place. It is quite bad actually, the whole pad of the toe is all blistered up and yes! Victoria? Pretty big river, bigger than the one in Gouyave. It's cool how all the rivers get blocked up at the end because I guess no one needs to clear it. Yeah, another decrepit landy, there's quite a few of them. Oh, the irony! It's 2:15. I arrived at the road to the Crayfish Bay estate. It's a fantastic place, but I'm not going there today. As you may have noticed, I've spent a long time in between Victoria and here. I stopped in a place called River Sally and was interviewed, but I'll try to explain more about that in post because it's a lot, and I'll just keep on walking now. While I was in River Sally by Waltham, grabbing a bite to eat, a gentleman called Amari came and told me that he'd seen my mum's post online and that he'd like to interview me. To keep a long story short, I had a lovely time with him and Sandra, his associate, talking to the locals and hacking at coconut husks with a machete. So I highly recommend you check out the video he made about it, linked in the description. What happened there? Palm tree with no brim. Yes, I've got a couple times is stick to the road, the main road. Don't let anyone try and get you to go off the path, or just stick to the main road in general. But my parents drove up here the other day and they insist that there's a path that goes right around the top of the island and connects up to the main road, and they reckon it's a shortcut. I really don't think it is, but here I am walking it anyway. Might get to see a bit of wildlife. It's very bright, the camera's going to pick up jack shit, but you get sort of a feel. This used to be a road at some point, it has been driven, but not for a good old while. I've asked two people about it, both of them just said keep right, pretty much. So I'm going to keep right and hope I end up in Petty Ants. Maybe won't, here we go. Probably should have topped up on water before I started walking into the jungle, but oh well. My feet just feel like clockwork now. Once I get going it's sort of alright, a bit slow, a bit wobbly, but whenever I stop it takes me about 5 minutes to get up to speed again. I imagine this would have been the main road to get around the top of the island at one point or another, because there's nothing round here, so I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm not sure what they mean by keep right. I'm guessing maybe there'll be 1 or 2 turnings later on and I have to keep right for those, but so far it's been straight. Oh, here's a predicament. They said keep right, the road's turning left, but there is a footpath that goes right, but it doesn't look like anyone ever walks it really. So do I follow the road or do I keep right like they told me to? Don't know. Abruptly ended that last one because there was a bloke coming, so I asked him if I needed to take that right turn. He said no, just keep taking the road, and he was giving me solid advice, but then he asked me for money, and my parents said don't give in to anyone's sob story, don't give anyone money. But I was like, oh, I really can't be asked for any trouble. It's just easier to give them the money, and I'm out on the road on my I said making a funny noise. I'm just on this old dirt track, and he's the only person I've come across, so I just gave him the money. It was only 5 EC, it's not a big deal, but he I don't believe that he actually needed it to get a bus fare to St George's. He seemed fairly well prepared, and people don't tend to rely on tourist donations to get about their home country. I took the Pusio route and just gave him the money. He was giving me a bunch of instructions. I couldn't really understand it all, but the premise I got was just keep following this road, and when you get to the concrete, then you keep right. A sign that said petroglyphs this way. Well, I ain't seen any. My camera's not good enough to pick this up, but it's pretty cool. Nearly at the end of this trail now, I think. Here I am at what looks to be an abandoned building mid-construction. Properly overgrown. I'm going to try and walk up these stairs here. Yeah, there's no floor here. Clearly there's going to be something at some point. Must have run out of money, but it looked like they were trying to make something quite nice. Anyway, I'll keep going. It's shady this bit so I can actually record it. It's pretty cool. I think I'm on a road now, because there are houses down the bottom there. Oh, there's a river there. That's cool. There's lots of rivers on this island. What the dog doing? Wait, you actually gonna let me get close to you? No? Come here, boy. Normally you see them tied up. It's nice, he's roaming free. Oh fucking hell, there's a donkey up there. Well, it's nice that the animals are roaming free until the animal can kill me in one kick. That is a big donkey. Unless I've shrunk. Are you a mule? Are you a big donkey because you're actually a mule? You let me get close to you? Hey? Hello? Am I allowed to? Hey? Can I stroke you? Oh, this is a very tame donkey. Ooh, do you like that? Don't suppose you can scratch back there, can you? Aren't you lovely? I'm going, calm down. I am going. Well, I just asked a lady and she reckons these 3 big dogs are not going to attack me if I try and walk past them. I don't know, I'm not convinced. I'll keep recording just in case. Alright mate, I get it, I've got to walk this way though. Quit fucking barking. Quit it. Look, I'm going to stick to this side of the road, yeah? I'll just walk right past you, mate. Yes, I get the idea. Oh, here they come. These dogs aren't as nice as the dogs in St Mark, that's for sure. Bloody St Patrick dogs. I don't know what this is other than some sort of millipede, but he doesn't look very happy. No, he did for sure. Here he's covered in these little nut things. I can see them in those little seed pods. Oh, amazing. It's hot. It's too hot. 3:45. I'm on my way to Petiance and I've just got this nice little ocean outlook. I thought I might be able to see Caribbean and the other islands off the top, but I can't. There's a little boat out there. There are people on that boat and I'm never going to meet them. Tsunami assembly point. Wait for official all clear. Oh, guess that means it goes down from here on. That's exciting. I'm not walking north anymore. Well, I won't be when I get to Petiance. That will be my last point of walking north. Another abandoned building. That looks so cool, it's so Ghibli. They build it on stilts, one layer, and then they get a bit more money, so they build underneath it another layer. And then depending on how steep the cliff is, they might have another bit underneath it. So there's 3 layers there. Then they get more money, and they build a bit on top of it. And it just keeps going. I took a photo of a house earlier that had 5 or 6 levels. It was so cool. It looks like something straight out of Spirited Away. But yeah, this is obviously isn't so much because it's old and decrepit, but you can sort of get the picture. Anyway, still walking. I forgot to mention that the rudimentary bandage on my sore toe has helped considerably. I still feel it, but it's nowhere near as bad. 4:05-ish, and I made it to the Petiance Hotel, restaurant and beach bar. I've been here before, just not walked. I'm not sure many people have walked here, to be honest. Not from Lancipine, at least. The cows are eating the sugarcane. Hello, Monsieur Moo. There you go, you noticed me now, haven't you? What are you noshing on, huh? I'm eating the sugarcane. What of it? I love the way animals look at you like, I have never seen this before in my life. What is happening? That first island, I think, is Ronda Island, and there's couple little islands off it, but way off in the distance behind them I believe is Carriacou, so that's cool. Armadillo guest house and restaurant. Very tempting, but yeah, very tempting. There's not really a but. I just want to make it to Sauternes. My feet have had it now. I've got to that point I got to yesterday where I just need to stop. But Sauternes is a little bit further and I need to get there before it gets dark. So I'm plodding onwards. Now that's the view. Amazing. I think you can still just see Carriacou. There's a little peak in there way distance. I'm just at the beach at Petiance now. There's an old fort thing there. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. Whoops. Whoa. Oh, no. There we are. I could really do with dipping my toes right now. But then I have to reapply my rudimentary bandage. And I don't want to walk in my sandals at all, so I'll have to dry my feet, and it's just a big old faff. So I'm just going to keep going very slowly. I have lost a lot of speed. Until I don't want to walk anymore because I keep stopping to record things. That tree is literally hanging on for dear life. It's pretty cool. Palm trees are so cool. They're just like, they grow differently, and they're there, they go big, and they're like, yeah. Cool. Family in Sauternes or something like that. I can't quite remember. I'm really hobbling now, I've absolutely had it. Sauternes seems to be a pretty spread out town, so it's not, I don't think there's like a good place I can sit to be close to accommodation. I've got a contact in a priest who lives up here, an English fellow I believe. I don't even know where his house is yet, so my mum's making inquiries. I think I might have a swim if I can find somewhere to put my bag and just chill the fuck out, because I am absolutely knackered. Gorgeous little view here. I've managed to find probably one of the best places to just sit. I've got the view of the bay I've just walked around, I think. I can be fairly certain that I've just walked around it. Done the pier that I was just at, and I'm right by St Patrick's Catholic Church, I think. So yeah, fantastic view. Probably can't see any of it, but can I like down the exposure? Nope, that has not helped. What about up the exposure? Oh, there we go, a bit much. A little bit less, please. There we go. Oh, it's kind of working. Yeah, I'm no cinematographer. There's a little place behind me I can go and sit in with public loos and things. I think courtesy of the church, which is nice. I might go sit there in a sec, but for now I'm just going to sit in the breeze. Lansepine is actually the bottom of the island, and earlier I was at Petiance Hotel or whatever, and that's the top of the island. So I've managed to walk from top to bottom in 2 days. But the west coast is a longer road, so I reckon that'll take me 3 days. It'll probably be like 2.5, but yeah, it won't be 4. I think I can probably make Grenville tomorrow, which is good because that's the second biggest town on the island. So, oh, that's a sick view. I didn't even notice I've got the church spire behind me. Even if I take a silly route that takes me closer to the coast, so that'd be cool. Fucking hell, it's a lot of ants. And then from Grenville back to Lansepine is too far for 1 day, but it's not long enough for 2 days either. So I think the last 2 days will probably not be so difficult. I really think I can do it now. Yesterday I wasn't convinced because I just started, and then I got to Grand Roy and I was like, well, this is a bit hectic, I'm not sure I can do another day of this. And then today I think is alright. I'm now at the top of the island and I've started at the bottom, so it gives me a lot of faith that I can actually do this. We shall see though, because I've probably jinxed myself. Has my eye gone down yet? Not really. You can still look at the camera, dingus. Right, I'm just waffling now. Going through this weird little pasture thing to get to the accommodation I have. My phone's running out of storage, so I'm going to have to sort that out this evening. I'm nearly there now. I'm a bit late because I walked the wrong way, but... And that's all the footage I have for this episode. I did manage to find the Reverend's house after a few wrong turns, and finally sat my bag down before he took me to a local restaurant where I got some dinner while he was busy. Once I'd had my fill, I walked to the beach to soothe my feet in the cold water, although the sand was covered in spiky vines that sprawled everywhere like giant cobwebs, so I'm not sure whether or not I felt better off for it. Big thanks to the guys liming at the little beachside bar by the pier for rinsing the sand off my feet and letting me sit while they dried. And an enormous thank you to Reverend Nigel for not only letting me stay at his house, but also feeding me before I set off the next morning. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care.